Hello all. I had some questions from a student about some questions in homework 2. I started making this video a minute ago and alarms went off everywhere, so I started over. That's why you see some white out here. Well, you know me by now. So what we're going to do is convert 0.53 millimeters to an equivalent length in centimeters. The first thing we need to remember is the conversion. There are 10 millimeters in 1 centimeter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write 0.53 millimeters over 1 times, I need to write down this conversion. Remember that you need your units to cancel out, so I'm going to put 10 millimeters in the bottom and 1 centimeter in the top. Your units should cancel out. You end up with 0.53 over 10, which is 0.053 centimeters. So your answer would be this one. For this question, we want to convert 0.75 liters to an equivalent amount in milliliters. The conversion is there are 1,000 milliliters in 1 liter. We're going to do the same process, do the cross cancellation. So I start off with 0.75 liters. Remember, we want to cancel out, so I'm going to put 1 liter in the bottom and 1,000 milliliters in the top. Okay, now your liters cancel out. You end up doing a simple multiplication here, 0.75 times 1,000, and that gives you 750 milliliters. Okay, so for the third problem, the pediatric client is ordered this drug at 3 to 6 milligrams per kilogram, up to a maximum of 100 milligrams per dose. What would be a safe dosage for the client who weighs 35 kilograms? Now, the first thing I'm going to do is basically you have 2 problems here. Since we have a maximum dose, well, I guess I need to check both of them, but I'm just going to start off with the 3. And then whatever I calculate for the 3, and then whatever I calculate for the 6, that would be the range, unless it goes over 100. So starting off with the 3, I have 3 milligrams per kilogram, and our client is 35 kilograms. So I'm going to put the 35 in the top so that my kilograms will cancel out. That's 1 kilogram. So kilograms cancel out. You do the multiplication and you get 105. Now our maximum is 100. This is larger than 100, right? Well, if we're, first of all, just looking at this can't be an answer because 100 is less than that. So that one is gone already. This was my smallest dose, the 3. So my answer is going to be 100. Okay, but let's go ahead and do the 6 just so you see it. It works the same way, except we have a 6 where the 3 was. Your kilograms cancel out. You end up doing 6 times 35, which would give you 210 milligrams. This is a tricky question because these are exactly the numbers you get right here, but the important part is that you have a maximum of 100. Okay, this last question requires us to do 2 conversions. The patient is to receive a drug at the rate of 30 milligrams per meter squared by mouth daily. The patient has a body surface area of 1.51 meters squared. The strength of the drug is 125 milligrams per 5 milliliters. How many milliliters should the patient receive? Well, the first thing I'm going to worry about are these 2. So if I've been prescribed 30 milligrams per meter squared, And my body surface area is 1.51 meters squared. Now, since this is meters squared and I want this to cancel out, I'm going to put this in the top. Over 1. Our meters squared cancel out. So we end up multiplying 30 times 1.51, which gives me 45.3 milligrams. Milligrams because that's the unit that's left. Now we're supposed to go to milliliters, so now we're going to use this bit. I have 45.3 milligrams over 1 times, remember we want our milligrams to cancel out, so I'm going to put the 125 in the bottom for 5 milliliters. Okay, if you multiply across the top, you get 45.3 times 5 is 226.5, and this is over 125. Our milligrams canceled out, so this is milliliters. Now I just need to do that division. Divide that by 125, and I get 1.812 milliliters. It looks like they're rounded, so this should be your answer.